What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Today's video is a very touchy topic. I want to talk about Karmelo Anthony. I want to talk about the case. I want to talk about the conviction, the sentencing. As we know, Austin Metcalf and Karmelo Anthony met up at a track event. Austin Metcalf was one of the leaders on the track team as well as the football team. Karmelo Anthony was from another school and decided, because it was raining, to go park under the tent where Austin and his schoolmates, his classmates were. Allegedly, up to 10 different people asked him if he could move to another tent or just get out of there. Karmelo wanted to stay out of the rain, apparently. Austin Metcalf approached him and asked him to leave. Supposedly, there was a veiled threat from Karmelo, touch me and see what happens, or something. I don't know, man. Next thing you know, Austin's trying to get him out from under the tent. Karmelo Anthony pulls out a knife, plunges it into Austin's chest, hitting him in the heart, runs off, and Austin dies in the arms of his twin brother. This case had nothing to do with race. None of those kids saw anything racial. It was like, it's common knowledge. If you're not from a high school, you don't go into that high school's area when there's a rivalry there. There's a match going on between that school and another school. Everyone knows that. This was an unfortunate incident that cost people their lives. Karmelo Anthony will go to prison. He got sentenced to 35 years after being convicted of murder, found guilty of murder by the jury. But he has action of getting back out, of starting his life over. Austin Metcalf lost his life for good. There's no coming back. Two of my favorite content creators are Jesse on Fire and Compton Rick Rock. They both did videos on this. And they both see things completely different. We look at the news coverage of this tragedy, this trial, and we see adults outside of the courthouse spewing racial hatred. Adults are making this a race issue. This wasn't about race. You know, when it comes to manipulating people, when it comes to manipulating crowds, when it comes to manipulating masses, the easiest way to do that is to make them react to things emotionally. That's what we have here. The intellect is below the emotion. We need to flip that. Jesse, I got some notes here. Jesse on Fire said it's very likely that by the age of around 35, Karmelo will be out. I think it's very unlikely he'll be out by that time. Texas, he's not getting out in his parole hearing. Not his first one. Things are going to happen. He's in Texas. It's not California. California has prison politics on the yard that would protect Karmelo Anthony from a lot of stuff. Texas, that's out the window. He's going to be hard checked just like everyone else. He's not a kid from the streets. He's not a thug. He's not a banger. I think he's going to have a very rough time. I tell people in prison, if you want to find sympathy, go look in the dictionary. That's the only place you'll find it in there. And a thesaurus. I don't think he's going to get out at 35. I don't know what's going to happen to him, and I don't wish anything bad on that kid. But it's going to be rough. And Compton Rick Rock, he said this is a modern day lynching because there were no blacks on the jury. There were no Mexicans on my jury. I made the horrible decision to take a man's life. Out of my potential, I had 72 people as potential jurors. Only one of them was Mexican. That woman got up there. She was looking around. The judge said, "Is there a problem?" She said, "Yes, there is." They said, "What's the problem?" She said, "Is that the defendant?" And she pointed at me and they said, "Yes." She said, "He's Mexican. There's no other Mexicans here. They don't understand him. He'll never get a fair trial." They immediately dismissed her from the jury. The problem was that she had already made up her mind. I wasn't going to get a fair trial. In this case, if any juror that was black said that they couldn't judge fairly based on race, they're going to be dismissed. But here's the thing. Whether or not there would have been a Mexican in my jury, I killed a man. I needed to go to prison. Society has laws for a reason. Whether we like it or not, we have to be civilized. Austin Metcalf didn't deserve to be stabbed. These were two good kids. I believe Karmelo Anthony was a good kid, comes from a good family. He made a horrible decision. If they would have just had a fist fight, whoever would have won, whoever would have lost, and they part ways. Somebody gets suspended or they both get suspended, but they get to live their lives. We can't overlook and justify when a life is taken, because if we start doing that, where does it stop? Does it stop when one of your family members gets killed? Then it's hold up. The law's got to change. No, the law's got to be the same across the board. I gave the state of California over 27 years of actual incarceration. I'm not talking probation or parole. Actually being behind those walls. Over 27 years. And let me tell you right now, the system, if you believe the system is out to get you, don't break the law. They can't get you if you don't break the law. As soon as you break the law, it's out of your hands. It's in the hands of 12 jurors, a judge, and a DA. You forfeited everything else. I always tell people that if you believe the cops are against you, if you believe the DA will be against you, the system will be against you, don't break the law. You can't break the law and then be mad that you already believed in your heart you were going to get, if you did anything, and then you still went and did that thing. Come on, man. I don't want to see this thing turn into a black and white issue. Compton Rick Rock did time for a hot one, for a body, for a murder. I did too. I believe Compton Rick Rock is a better person because of his incarceration, and I know I am. The only way I changed my thinking was because I sat down for so many damn years. It's really terrible to me that these kids did not see race during this confrontation, yet it's adults in front of all the cameras on both sides making it a race issue. I don't know, man. I wish both families well. Both are suffering. Both moms, both dads. are hurting. That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.